Crazy Cardano gains incoming. The Cardano ecosystem is coming together with huge updates. Cardano news. After a dry September, as the market opened on a high note in Q4, most of the top altcoins gained momentum on the back of Bitcoin's gains. However, Cardano, which has been surprising the market participants over the last quarter with its independent trajectory and new price all-time highs, seemed to take a slower recovery road. Even though ADA failed to make any big moves, the alt holding on to the crucial $2 support was a big relief for holders. While on the price front, it seemed like Cardano might be struggling to rise, there were subtle signs that it can come back stronger amid ecosystem-centric developments and strong metrics. Today we're going to talk all about the huge updates about Cardano ecosystem. So watch this video till the end, because today's video is going to be the bomb. Welcome to Cardano Land, your daily dose of Cardano. If you're interested in everything around Cardano, this is the place for you. Subscribe if you want to stay updated with all the Cardano news, predictions, and stay one step ahead in the crypto world. Make sure to hit the like button for us to provide you with more Cardano news. Don't forget to enable all notifications to join our weekly cash giveaway pinned in the comments. Before we get to our topic, let's take a look at the chart and see what the price of ADA is doing on the 21st of December, shall we? ADA retested the support at $1.2 yesterday, making a lower low. However, the RSI has made a higher low, signaling a bullish divergence. So long as the key support level holds, ADA has a good chance of getting back into the uptrend and maybe attempting to break out of the resistance at $1.3. ADA's price is just above the key support at $1.2, and it will likely stay here until momentum changes. Of course, this is also dependent on the overall crypto market's momentum. The indicators support the option of retargeting the $1.3 resistance, but this has yet to be seen during the next week. The current bias is neutral. If ADA can break above the key resistance at $1.3 and close above it, then the bias can change to bullish. Now let's get back to the topic. At the Cardano Summit 2021, Input Output Hong Kong (IOHK) announced a partnership with payment gateway platform Cody as Cardano's stablecoin platform and official issuer of the network's long-awaited stablecoin DJED. For Cody, this partnership, alongside listings on a couple of exchanges, including Coinbase, Huobi, and Crypto.com, has acted like a catalyst, instigating a price surge for the altcoin. Cody saw increased social volumes and social dominance over the last few days, while Cardano, which usually has higher social volumes, saw a downtrend in the same after the flash crash. Further, DeFi liquidity protocol MELD was also preparing to launch a gold-backed stablecoin on the Cardano network. Both DJED and MELD's gold-backed stablecoins are aimed to make trading simpler and more accessible for ADA holders. DJED's features, as per the platform, include upper and lower bound maintenance, robust design in the event of market crashes, no insolvency, and no reserve drain possible. Additionally, Cardano's David Taylor, while sharing the announcement of the new partnership with Nigeria's largest mobile network, Tingo Mobile, also highlighted that the partnership between MELD, Tingo, and Cardano could bring crypto services to millions of active subscribers. This would in turn boost Cardano's adoption in the country and bring around 9 million customers across Nigeria to Cardano. Hodlers rise, but profits dwindle. On the adoption side, while Cardano's game appeared to be strong, the number of holders making money at press time had fallen down to 72% as per ITB's in and out of money. In fact, ADA's 1-month ROI had flipped to red after being in green for most of last month. At the time of writing, 1-month ROI versus USD for ADA was a staggering negative 23.28%. However, this reduced number of addresses in the money didn't seem to deter ADA holders. In fact, ITB data suggested that the number of ADA hodlers reached a new all-time high this month of 245.6 thousand addresses, holding an aggregated volume of 5.62 billion ADA. Thus, while seemingly profits and ROI dwindled, ADA holders stood their ground. At the time of writing, however, ADA's RSI making a recovery alongside decent price gains, Cardano could make a run for it, provided the larger market continues the recovery. Irrespective of that, several DeFi and DEX platforms have already revealed their roadmaps for launch on Cardano. Some of these are billed to be game changers in the cryptocurrency space in terms of cost efficiency, speed, and use cases. One of the platforms in development is SundaySwap, a decentralized exchange that will function much like Uniswap. The DEX is hoping to become the leading exchange on Cardano, as well as a hub for initial DEX offerings for IDOs for new Cardano projects. On its roadmap, the platform intends to become fully functional, with limit orders and direct swap by the fourth quarter of the year. The team of developers has also claimed that they have solved the concurrency issues, but are yet to publicize their solution. Ariana is another exciting Cardano ecosystem decentralized application to look out for. It's billed to be the leading decentralized autonomous organization, DAO, on Cardano. This will make it possible to mint a US dollar stablecoin called SUSD using ADA as collateral. It also intends to offer a DanaSwap, an automated market maker, AMM, decentralized exchange for stable multi-asset pools. The platform plans to carry out a public sale, a token generation event, as well as release its stablecoin and DEX in the fourth quarter of the year too. MELD is also in development. It's to be a DeFi protocol comparable to Aave on Ethereum, meaning it makes it possible to lend and borrow tokens on Cardano. According to the MELD roadmap, MELD app launch, beta testing of the MELD app begins on mobile and Chrome, is expected in this quarter. NFT gaming is also making its way to Cardano, which has a unique support for NFTs that do not require smart contracts to mint or trade the digital assets. Drunken Dragons Games is an NFT game on Cardano akin to Axie Infinity on Ethereum. Finally, the Cardano ecosystem is also expected that it will have a real-world impact with the launch of Empowa. Empowa describes itself as the first RealFi platform in the world, with a mission to increase affordable housing on the African continent, starting with Mozambique. The plans indicate that the project should start in earnest in 2023. That's all for today. In the end, we would like to mention that this is not a channel intended specifically to provide financial advice, and we do not ask you to invest in any company. This is merely a channel directed towards bringing educational content to your doorsteps. With that in mind, before you invest in anything, we recommend you do thorough, wide-spectrum research on the topic. Well, that's it for today's video, guys, and make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time on Cardano Land. Bye!